exactly where it was.
Did you feel anything before that, Rob?
No, I didn't feel anything. I heard that, like, shuffle. And... God, I don't even know. I can't even think right now.
Should we get out? Do you want to get out?
I don't know, man.
Whoa. Whoa. Something just ran down the hall. I just heard that.
I'm not gonna leave.
You're good.
I heard you do that.
Go.
Just ran for it. I got the chills. That was so clear.
So now you're running?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna step out.
Okay.
I got your back.
For him to just like drop his camera and be like, I'm done, I can't finish tonight, that's pretty crazy. This is the room.
What room?
That I'm talking about.
Is that you making all the noise? Holy oh my God! Holy Stop! Stop! Go! Hey, Nick!
How could we run from something that we've been trying to capture for months? There are limits beyond our own cognitive control that we cannot withstand no matter how brave you are. We may have run, but we ran with this imprinted on our film reels.
I'm going to take a look at some additional footage captured by Zach and Nick. I'm going to give an analysis to see if it's been tampered with. All right, I've got some editing software that is used for infrared and night vision cameras and surveillance cameras that allows you to pick up things that you can't see normally with the naked eye. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that right now. All right, we're going to take a look at some footage here of a brick that takes flight, and here you can see it go off right here, right there. I'm going to bring up some graphics right here in a second that's going to show you of a straight line on which if the brick was launched or pulled in any way that it would have gone in a straight line, and you'll be able to see that underneath the line, you'll be able to see the brick come right here underneath the line there, kind of dip down underneath of it right there. Here's another view of it, dip down and kind of went in an arch there. So, in my opinion, that it doesn't look like it's been tampered with. It looks like that something threw this brick. The next thing that I visually observed is the spinning of the brick. Okay, I'm using the vector scope here to enhance the video. I'm getting rid of the ambient noise or the fuzz to see if there's any fishing line or rope or string or something attached to the brick, and you would see it through the video here. You would be able to see the lines of it, especially after this brick takes flight, and clearly there's nothing here. All right, one of the other things that I found on this video after I cleaned it up with the vector scope is there's a board back here that you can't really see back here now, but after I clean it up, you're going to be able to see this board take off from behind the brick. It kind of levitates itself up and flies to the opposite side of the brick. This board right here, it just goes off backwards, and the brick is going one way. And even with the vector scope, I analyzed the area with the vector scope. It's just something that's really unexplainable.
Camera. Right after the second time it went by was when Brian and a couple other people came running in telling us that our sound guy had been hit by something, knocked down. And I know you remember that. We greatly appreciate you coming to his assistance on that.
My pleasure.
When you came up there and you checked him out, I know you checked his blood pressure and everything else. Did you see anything that could have created that scenario?
When I arrived, he was lying supine, which means on his back. He was covered up. He wasn't very coherent. His pupils were really dilated. He wasn't responding correctly. He just seemed to be terrified. It's what it seemed like to me. He was very sweaty, very clammy, cold. His heart rate was well into the hundreds, which presents that something's really got him to get his heart moving, i.e. whether it was some outside activity that made him get the way he was. He states to me that once he came around, that he didn't trip, he didn't fall. It felt like something just picked him up and put him on the floor.
Well, it's good that you brought that up because upon reviewing the evidence we had, we ended up finding out that one of our guys had a camcorder that he had actually faced towards Frank when Frank went down.
Oh, wow.
And we actually got lucky because after he was down, we also had thermal footage as well. So
Wow.
we'll be able to see
Let's
that.
check that out.
Now you're gonna see right here. This
Is
is
that him?
Frank right here, back here.
Okay.
Boom, he goes down.
Right. You okay?
Okay, happens kind of fast,
Yes, it does.
and it happens hard. All right, this is at 50% speed. Here's Frank right here. This is his sound equipment, which you see, boom.
For some strange reason, his equipment lifted up by itself and was able to strike him in the face without him using his leg or either of his arms.
All by itself.
So
Exactly.
if you watch, you see this is his bag of equipment. Just smacked him in the head. Now as he's going back, right about there, he gets pushed in the chest. You see him fold?
Yep.
And then he goes down. Bang, and his equipment goes right over his head.
We wanted to make sure that he didn't lift it up with his arm or his shoulder or anything. And to be honest with you, both his legs are firmly planted on the ground, and one arm's over his head and the other's right on his side.
Now Steve sensed a cold spot. That's why his hands were up in the air. He was trying to feel it.
So he sensed a cold spot right before he went down.
Exactly, and right at that same time, me and Grant were catching hot and cold spots on the thermal imaging camera upstairs in the back room.
That's pretty impressive.
It goes.
And this is the thermal footage of when he was laying on the ground, and but it's just one more camera that picked it up, even though it was slightly after.
But is there anything unusual about thermal footage?
No, the only thing I did notice on this, and I will say, is well, you can see where he got struck because you'll see it right on his face.
It's all red. It's
Yeah,
hot.
exactly.
It's
See
inflamed.
right
The
all
tissue's
through here,
inflamed.
so you can actually see where he got struck by the
A little
bag.
bit warmer than the rest.
Yeah, you can see all his tissues inflamed right on his jaw. That's real.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
got smacked.
that's
you see
absolutely
it.
real.
That's the first time. I've seen people shoved, I've seen people slapped, stuff like that.
But not like
That's
that.
the first time I've seen a full-grown man leveled.
¿Y me oyes? Solo dame una señal. Nada. Obviamente, nada. Hombre. A ver. Vale, si hay alguien ahí, que se manifieste, por favor. Lo que sea, haz algo, tío. No te cuesta nada, fantasma. Ya está. El cuadro de arriba no se mueve. O sea, dile que tire el cuadro de arriba. Tira el cuadro de arriba, por favor, fantasma. Tíralo. Si de verdad estás ahí, si de verdad hay alguien, tira el cuadro que está encima del de los Simpson. Por favor. No me quiero ni dar la vuelta porque quiero pensar, quiero creer que no se ha caído el cuadro. O sea... No sé. ¡Hostia puta! ¿Pero qué cojones, tío? Me acaba de reventar el hombro, tú. Hostia. Pero qué putos cojones, tío.